Brian Wright, Daily B 179. I haven't been on here for a while. Hey, it's Brian from BrianWright732.com, and I haven't been on for a while. So no excuses. I've been busy, but that's still not an excuse. I just haven't made the time to do any videos as of late. I've had other things I've had to do, and I've kind of had to prioritize, and I said, you know what? I have to put this aside for the moment because the time it takes to film this and then edit this and then promote this, I needed that time to invest somewhere else. And now that's kind of where I'm getting at, is that the other project that I have besides this vlog and my gym and my athletes and the different things is I run a high-end luxury children's retail operation. And the operation, it's called PTBME. It's in Deal, New Jersey. It's a company that it's 30 years old. It was a very successful company for a long period of time, but the last 10 years it's been rather rough. In reality, the sales have been dropping every single year for 10 years, and that's why I was brought on board. I was given an opportunity to see if we can turn the company into something else, an upgrade and all that kind of stuff, and you know, that's what I'm doing. So I've been here since October of 2016, and it is now July of 2017. And we've been literally taking double-digit losses every 6 months for 10 years. And for the first time in 10 years, we hit the 6-month point in 2017, and we were net neutral. We didn't grow, but we didn't lose, and that is massive. Now, what I'm getting at here is not trying to glorify what I've done. It's what I'm saying is, there's a time and a place where net neutral is actually a huge success. You have to have the ability to celebrate your successes while keeping your eye on the future prize. So if you're in a situation where you've been losing for a long time, if you can stop that bleeding, that's a victory in itself. Now, once you stop that bleeding, you have to analyze how did you do it, and then you've got to think about what are you going to do next. So now that you can start increasing your sales instead of being at net neutral, now you've got to start increasing them and move closer and closer to profitability. Because just remember, sales are not profits. Sales are the money that you generate, but it's your sales and your expenses combined that figures out if you have a profitable business or not. Right now I'm running a business that is not profitable, but I'm moving towards it. So some of the challenges that I face and that a lot of people face is that you have a customer base that you've gotten comfortable with over a certain amount of time, but the problem is if you are only focusing on one customer base and you don't have an eye on where things are going, if that customer base shifts, then you're in big trouble. And that's what happened here. We have a customer base that has been focused on for a very long time. It generated a tremendous amount of money at one time, but it's changed. And the business didn't do anything to capture the next generation of the audience. And so for me, I'm diversifying the customer base through all the different tools that we have available to us so that if a particular customer base pivots, I have another customer base that I can go and I can, shift my attention to and maintain sales. That's the key. You have to be flexible. You have to constantly be looking. Like the two things you're always looking for are staff and customers. You never know when someone's going to get an opportunity to move on or whatever, unless you're providing such a great opportunity and you can have the confidence to say they're not going to move on. But the majority of us, we're in a position where we can only pay what we can pay, and when you get really talented people, you use them as long as you can to where you're both benefiting, and then if there's a greater benefit comes along, you're going to have to accept the fact they're going to leave. So if you can't increase your benefits, everyone's not going to stay, so you constantly have to be looking for staff. You have to constantly be cultivating talent, and you have to be cultivating talent that fits into the needs of your business. Then on the customer side, it's the same thing. You have to give the customer that you have the maximum amount of service, but you always have to be looking for next. And that's where the leadership really comes into play. If everything I'm saying here means anything, it just comes down to having leadership. When you have good leadership for a company, the leader has to make sure that they have the right people in place to get the chores of today done. But the leader has to be looking to the future and making sure that the business is evolving with the times so it can stay profitable. If all you do is look at today and you're not prepared for what's coming tomorrow, your business is going to fail. So you're not leading people, you're tasking on a daily basis and hoping that changes are not so great that your business is going to fail. a good leader is going to stay with their finger on the pulse of what's going on in their particular market and make sure that they see the shifts that are coming and they're adjusting as they go, and they're training their staff and cultivating their customer base and making sure the product is up to speed. That's what leadership is about. So as important as my day-to-day operations are, the most important thing that I can do is I can look forward and I can see what's coming so that I can prepare the business to be successful in that period. Now, having a business that is coming out of a bad time, it's not a problem. It's not an issue. History's history. History gives you a tremendous amount of information that you can use so that you can make informed decisions going forward. Now, you don't want to repeat this history because it hasn't been good as of late. What you want to do is you want to take that history, figure out, the themes that are going through, where is it failing and why, where is it successful and why, and then figure out where you can capitalize on your victories and just basically not worry about your defeats. Just try not to, keep repeating them. So I've got my eye on the future. I've got my eye on where my staffing needs are. I have my eye on where the customers are that I would like to capture going forward. And then more importantly, it's cultivating the different mediums available so that I can reach out and communicate with these people. For a business like mine, I don't have the luxury of focusing on a local customer base anymore because my local is not what it used to be. In 1985, Deal, New Jersey was a big, vibrant, robust town, but the towns around us have grown and they've pretty much eclipsed whatever was going on in Deal. So I have this big, beautiful building with a beautiful store with a lot of goods, with a reputation for being off the beaten path, which the customer base which I'm working on attracting just doesn't want to follow. So that dictates that I have to get more active with an online medium, which is what we're developing. So I'm in the process of developing an online store, developing different online outreach, and giving customers as many ways as possible to contact me. And I'm developing a relationship with the customers so that they trust when they contact me, I'm going to give them what they're looking for. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that is going to get us, to where we have to go is providing value. I don't care if you're selling children's clothes or doing whatever it is you do, value for the consumer is our primary focus. So this is a little bit of a wrap-up, catch-up of where I've been, the things I'm focusing on, and why I'm not shooting a vlog every day, because all the different things I'm touching upon are what I have to deal with every day, and there are other challenges that I'm not getting into this time, but understand that this is the overall theme of what we're doing. So this is Brian, and I need to get back to work, so I'm out.